Tuesday. So I'm still trying to kind of put things together here. I'm, in fact, right now downloading the open piece that was playing before because it was on my OneDrive, but apparently it's not local. And so it'll open somewhere along the line here, but I figured after 3 minutes of waiting for it to download, it was probably a little long to wait for it to continue. So I'm going to just go ahead and operate without music today and see how that works. I hope you guys can hear me. I saw the board show up, and that was cool. And so there was definitely something happening here. So we're just going to get back to work where we were yesterday. We were working yesterday on the city on the Polaris, which is what we're going to do today. So let's switch for that. Give it the spotlight. That's what we want. All right, so what I did yesterday at the end of the show was we were talking about, oh, hey, look, it works. Oh, good. That was starting to drive me crazy. We're talking about this neighborhood now. And this is the neighborhood that our heroes live in. And so we kind of want to make it look as good as possible. You know what I mean? Our heroes live here after all, so we're going to do that. Here we go. We got kind of a little sort of runaway area over here, and some stuff that we're going to be working on too. We're going to I'm actually going to clear these houses out. I was showing my son where everybody lived here. And I feel like this could be better put. Oh, that's cute. We're going to put just lines in here. Of course, this is government housing, so it's not going to be the world's best. But it might have some variation on it. So what we're doing here is apparently having some issues. All right. Oh, I'd forgotten that Groove is set for the default. Oh, man. I don't want Groove to be my default music player. Now let's see if we can get some music in here and see if this works. There we go. Now I don't know if you can hear me, but let's see if this is decent music. Can we even hear music from the... I don't see anything. Huh. Well, there we go. I guess it either does or does not work, but I don't know. Oh, well. We'll fight with that later, when I can tell what I'm doing. In the meantime, we'll get back to working here. So we're All we're doing here is just putting in some buildings. And these are the footprints of these buildings here, obviously. And these are going to be single family or single person homes. So these are just one person dormitories. Nothing that would be epic or major in any case. Right? Paste. There we go. We're going to put some trees in back here. All right. These houses all kind of live on this street right here. What we're probably going to do is build the structure of each one of these houses. Pretty straightforward. There we go. The truth is, I think that thinking about this, these are officers' quarters and like COs and stuff like that. Right? I don't think that anybody I don't think anybody's going to live in these. No enlisted people live here. Just the officers. Which is cool. Probably need to do that. There we go. Most of these, I think, would be officers' quarters or something to that effect. So this is housing. These are all prefabs. They don't have to survive harsh elements. There aren't any harsh elements to survive out here. I'm actually going to extend this park, because originally I had another building here, but now I'm thinking the park probably should be like this. With an entrance there, an entrance here. So the idea is you walk in off the street here or here. Into the park and then go to your house. And everybody's house will be facing off of this park. There. So now what we have is a bunch of trees off of this park, which leads to the middle of this. We're going to do the same thing here. Just establishing that you enter into the park to go to your house from either one of these sides, right here or right here. There we go. Now we have two of the neighborhoods in, the big neighborhoods. A little park over here as well. There. This quadrant's municipal building is right here. Now, any entrance off of the street, I'm actually just kind of making into this little like divot. Just like this. Excellent. Just like that. The novelty is wearing off on my little show, I can tell already. But it's alright. That's okay. No, move it around like this. Excellent. Alrighty. Still broadcasting, still working, everything's still good. So, okay. What this is showing here is a lot of the neighborhoods that I'm working on right here. There's probably a little bit of an illogic going on here. Right, trees all along here. Got a little building out back. Weddings, funerals. That's what goes on in this building right over here. Services, anything that needs to happen like that would happen there. Sort of your municipal building. Okay, moving right along to this forward gate right here. There we go. This is an outer wall of the base right here. Excellent. So, what we're working on right now, this is the door that closes over the base entrance. It lives off to the side over here. It really isn't significant or important. We had a little commercial district right here. This door can close and just shutters the entire system shut. I actually feel like this should go all the way through. It's a Market Street in a way. There we go. This is a market area right through here. Like that. Little businesses live over here. Like these little businesses that are, some of these are a grocery store, like a hardware store. Have these businesses that live over in this part of town. That. So what we're kind of doing here is we're just putting in the streets like this. The question really is, does this end at the door? And I think it probably does. So I'm just going to go on ahead and continue it up to the door. They can make this a right-hand turn. You can drive around the outside of this little area if you really need to. This is supposed to be a thoroughfare anyway. So we don't want it necessarily to it doesn't need to be 100%. Alright, and so we're going to put these guys in here. A big box store of some sort. There we go. You may be wondering, why are we going through all of this? And the truth is, I want to build as much of this world as I can before I start working in here, because it's good for the thought process. It's good for thinking. It's good for the creativity process. I already have thought up great little stories, all because I already know that there's a store right here, and there's this person right there, and We have a number of things that show up because just because you created enough of a world that you can do this. So I'm world building the entire little universe here that they live in, because then it's really thought out, right? So now we've already established quite a bit of what's going on in a lot of this zone. I mean, if we look, we have a whole bunch of this city quadrant, which is just this little quadrant right through here. It's already establishing out here. And we're able to express it in a much larger way, which will allow us to understand exactly what's going on here. What is happening in this town? And the truth is, I probably played way too much SimCity. And I'm just fascinated and intrigued by the thought of what happens in these towns in much the same way as I am whenever I'm playing SimCity. I always think, wonder what's happening here. Right? What is happening in these buildings? What's going on here? You. There we go, just like that. Put a big tree right in the middle of that neighborhood there. There we go. I'm looking now at the build here. Right? Go into this little neighborhood over here. Let's just take a look over here. There we go. And these guys are probably commandants, commanders. They're high ranking. Right here, these houses. They're right by the base, and they're right by the seawall, and this is a very highfalutin neighborhood right here. I think these would be all the CEOs of various starships. That are in the main area. Take this district right through here. There we go. Just like that. There we go. So I feel like the neighborhoods come together rather nicely. So we can turn off this guy. I'll go ahead and throw him away. We don't really need him anymore. So what we've got is, this is that upper neighborhood. Is right here. Now has become right here. So, okay. We're going to go along here. And now we need to decide. So this is probably Commandant's Row, right over here. And this, I would say, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 12 houses there. All right. 6, 7, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So we have about 32, which is roughly the number of... There's 32 houses here. And then the 6 Commandant Road houses. So this looks like there's about a small squadron of commanders here. You think about the complement of what's on this ship. We've got a battleship. We've got a handful of cruisers. So 5 cruisers. That's 6. And then we've got lots of destroyers. So we're going to have quite a few. And then we get down into the corvettes, and we're down into really small numbers. So My feeling is that we probably have more than 32 commanders in here, which means that some commanders are going to live in these blocks, in the housing blocks, which will be here and here. These large housing blocks, would be my thought. All right. There we go. So I feel like these could be stores, these would be housing blocks. Let's figure this out. $32. So this is the 32 Starship COs through this zone here. So the commanders of that. Well, this is housing. So, kind of doing this way. Actually, I feel like this could be just one building right through here. Right. So this makes this way, like this is municipal. And this is housing. And now we know what all those buildings mean and where everything can be. And that helps us a lot in this spot. There. So, all right. Now let's go back over here and look back at this section, right? Because we're now looking here. This neighborhood right through here. Right, we got this nice little neighborhood right here. We got this nice little neighborhood that's right back behind here. And this neighborhood. And another set of houses right through here, in fact. So between this and this, I think we have all of our command groups covered. Right, Whereas here would be larger housing or commercial or whatever. And I feel like this little section right over here might be our trouble section, where the bar is and things like that. I actually kind of feel like the bar is over in this area. But either way, I think it's fair to think that we could probably have, since we have this zone over here, which holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34. So this holds another 34. So we've got 32 over here, we've got 34 right here. Nice houses right here. So these are like singlets. I think these nice houses make for sort of a better sort of setup for our commandants and stuff like that. These are nicer houses by far. So let's go ahead and fix this so that this makes sense this way. Right. Here we go. There we go. There. I'm just fixing the neighborhood so it looks better. So we've spent an hour about on working on different aspects of Charcelene and coming up with kind of this little area right here. I think that you'd find that plausibly what would be the worst possible place, like the worst possible house, the least amount of positivity. You know, this guy right here, oh, this guy right here, this guy might end up being Chang's house, right? Nothing to see but command row windows. I feel like this is probably either that or this guy right here is the worst possible location. Certainly this block is better to be deciding where we're going to put our intrepid heroine, because she, of course, is behind the gun. She's got a small ship. She's in charge of a tiny ship. So I feel like either here or here, probably, this would be more useful because you're on the line there. I think this is it. There we go. So now we know where Chang's house is. So she lives right here. I feel like their housing would be not here because they've got a lot more people who are COs over here. I feel like it'd be down here, right? So most of our command crew lives over here. There we go, for the Kittiwake. There we go. So now we can actually look at the larger map of Char-Celine, right? This is Chang's house right here, and the crew of the Kittiwake live up there. Okay, so that's how we kind of do this. We're going to be looking at, there we go. I feel like this gives us a good feel of where everything is on the Kittiwake, or on the Polaris, because we're going to have a lot of stuff going on right here. This is where a lot of things are going to happen, is in this little neighborhood. Not a whole lot of stuff, obviously, but in looking past this quadrant right here is municipal buildings going into like the big office high-rises. There's an office high-rise right here. It's just right there. I mean, it's going to be towering into this area. So there's going to be a lot of that. And the truth is, the Polaris probably has about 3,000 people total in its city. It's not like it's a massive city. It's probably 3,000, 3,500 people. Enough that it keeps rolling, but it's not a major thing. So anyway, today's probably only going to be about a 1 hour show because I need to fix all of the audio stuff that's going on. So I wanted to wrap up, though, this that I had started yesterday so you guys can take a look at it. But I'm feeling like something in here isn't working. I'm not seeing anybody on any of my channels. I don't see people joining me on the channels and stuff like that. So I'm going to go on ahead and break early today and just do some routine maintenance. This is not going to be the strongest of weeks for us anyway, because the truth of the matter is that I've got my new computer. We don't have Daz Studio up and running. I'm noticing some slowness. I'm noticing a lot of errors. So we're going to go on ahead and figure out how to get Daz Studio rigged so that tomorrow we can start actually working on other things. But I'm also going to work on commissions tomorrow and things like that. But without Daz Studio, I can't do half the commissions I need to do. So I'm going to go on ahead and call it quits for the day. and we're going to continue on tomorrow at 10 a.m. And until then, I hope you all have an awesome day. I've got to fix this background too, speaking of things that need to be fixed. So I hope you all have an awesome day, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.